Welcome to the Dr. Erin Show. May you live your truth. Good morning, you guys. Hope you're having a divine day. Knowing that we come together each day to know the truth, to live on spiritual principle, to awaken to our true identity, and to come together as a community, get our mind right so that we can live powerfully in our unique divine expression. So today's title is called Coming Out of the Spiritual Closet. And I came out of the spiritual closet some years back, but I wanted to do a little podcast on this because I know so many people are going through awakenings, and it can be scary and it can be liberating. And lots of people don't know where to turn to. I get messages from people across the world wondering if they're going insane, wondering if some of these things are natural and normal in their awakening process. So I want to just tell you a little bit about my awakening and coming out of the spiritual closet for me. So as most of you guys know, I had a stillborn son when I was 22 years old, which sent me on a very big spiritual track. And, through the process of meditating for over 23 years, some crazy shit went down, to say the least. And life as I knew it was completely different than the programming and what everyone had told me it was, what the school told me, what the movies told me, what just life had, our cultural had told me. So in the awakening process, I want to come out of the spiritual closet. And what does that mean exactly? What does that mean to come out of the spiritual closet? And I like the name of that because it's just like someone who's gay that has to come out of the closet, because it's something that when you know your truth, you can't help it. It's like being in love. You want to sing it from the mountaintops, right? Because you're so liberated and so expressed in your truth that you have to literally come out of the closet with it. So what does this mean exactly? This means that for me, I believe that we are, not only in direct contact with God, that my true identity is spirit, is divine, is God. And I know that for many times in history, it was very scary to come out of the spiritual closet. We had the Inquisition, where literally millions and millions upon people died. We called women witches, and we were burned at the stakes. And the truth for me is that this is our true nature, that this is not some supernatural, bizarre thing or only the prophets experience, that this is our true nature, that we are the divine, that is our true identity. It's not just our higher self, it's our true self. And for me, I can't deny this anymore. I can't deny my own truth. When I release the deprogramming, I release the limiting beliefs, I release the identities within meditation, and I am streaming in the truth of the universe through meditation. I released all things. I shifted into that true identity. That doesn't mean that I don't have limitation in the physical realm, because we have this incredible dynamic relative experience here. But when I awakened, I realized, and you realize that we've created this entire thing, that we're not only the individual consciousness and the collective consciousness and the cosmic consciousness, we're literally creating the entire universe. We've created gravity, we've created all of it. And that I not only am immortal, like in the future, I'm immortal right now, that I'm living in this body that has DNA that tracks back all lifetimes. So not only do I not believe in past lives in the sense that we have specific past lives, I believe that we are past lives of every single past life that has ever existed. And whether you want to believe in past lives or not, we're in these bodies that have DNA that tracks back the entire time. And so on that note, I believe that we are Christ consciousness, we are Buddhist consciousness, we are Moses and Paul the Apostle and Muhammad and Nostradamus and Noah, and the second coming of Christ is really realizing that we are Christ consciousness, that everyone is that. And so as I identify and break down coming out of the closet, for years I would spend time meditating literally in my closet. I would go into a walk-in closet that I made into a shrine, and I would go deep. And over the years, every every prophecy, every deity, every energy, every experience stream through my consciousness. And I realize that I am that, you are that we are all of it. And that even though we experience individual people and individual deities and individual prophets, that we are that. We're just seeing the reflection. It's like we've come in fragments from one divine, from the one spirit, and we're here now experiencing this really cool thing called relativity. And so I can't deny my truth anymore. And I really have to say that I don't identify with anything exclusive anymore. I identify and see truth in all the religions at some level, as long as it's inclusive. But I don't identify with anything because I believe true essence is nameless, it is unidentifiable. And that I realize that I am a citizen of the world. I'm not just a citizen of the United States. I am a true citizen of all humanity. And I don't identify as a man or a woman either anymore. I identify as a spirit, embodying a body of a woman, but that I am all of that. I'm not this body. I will leave this lifetime and I will, possibly get a new body, or I will go to another dimension, or all of the above. And so I realize that, I love the quotes by Max Plancks, and he said, all matter originates and exists only by virtue of a force, which brings the particle of an atom to vibration and holds this most minute solar system of the atom together. We must assume behind this force exists a conscious and an intelligent mind. This mind is the matrix of all matter. And in New Thought Movement, we know that there is one mind, and that mind is the mind of God. That is the mind of you and me. That is that backing of energy. We're not the energy. We are the backing of the energy. We are the force that is untouchable. And so on that note, I know today's day is really, we align with universal law. And there's a law of tithing. And it's interesting because I think I always put these laws together with the talk. And I think, well, how does tithing go with coming out of the closet? It comes out of the closet because what we give our spiritual, our energy to, through time, through treasure, through talent, it gets returned tenfold. So as I give myself as coming out of the closet and I come out in my authenticity, I'm actually giving back exponentially, because I know there's so many people out there that feel the same way. There's so many people that have come through their awakening and can't speak it out into existence. They're afraid. They're afraid to be shunned. They're afraid to be looked at as wrong or as insane. And I just want to speak to those people right now. If you're going through awakening, I'm here for you. I'm here for you not only as a community, as an individual. You can reach out to me, direct message me, but I'm here for you in consciousness. So when you go into your meditations, when you go into rest, know that I'm there. I hold you in my consciousness. I hold you in my heart today and always, knowing that there's no laws to be passed around us coming out of spirituality. Thank God we have free will. We have the choice of freedom of speech. And so I thank all the masters, all the great people that fought for that, all the people that had to be burned at the stake, to know that right here and right now is a great time in history, that we get to have freedom of our spirituality, freedom of our truth, and freedom to be liberated in not only our mind, our spirit, our lives, but in a community. And so on that note, today's daily spiritual practice, I invite you to go within and merge with divine, your true self, God. And today also, the challenge of the day, because we're in this game called life, is to live your truth. You get to live your truth. We know the truth. We have the truth revealed to us through prayer, through meditation, through merging with the highest self, your true self. But to live your truth is two very different things. You have a unique expression, a unique expression of how you use your body, as long as it's not hurting anyone else, as long as it's not harming anyone else. You get to use your mind and your creativity and your art unique for you. You get to live on spiritual principle, or you get to invert it and experience heaven and hell right here. And so I know today is an opportunity to live your truth and come out of your spiritual closet. And so on that note, I just say, yes, yes, yes. I am so grateful to know the truth and to live the truth. And so if you have enjoyed this talk, or you feel somebody you know needs to come out of their spiritual closet, please forward them this podcast. Let them know it's Daily Dr. Erin on iTunes, iHeartRadio, and many, many other platforms. You can find and download the app with all of these talks, all of the interviews, all the guided meditations at drerin.tv, and you can find me at erinfalhaskell.com. My book is called Awakening, and it's across all Amazons across the world. You can find that also at erinfalhaskell.com/awakening book. And if you get it there, you can get a free digital manifesting masterclass. Okay. So on that note, you guys know today is a day of coming out of the closet. I literally went into my closet for years meditating. And when I came out, I had to come out in all areas of my life. It was the most profound, just analogy, of life, of what's really going on in this awakening. So have a great day. May you come out of the closet. May you live authentically, powerfully, and may you live your truth.